Hi everybody. I'm trying out a new camera and lighting setup for a YouTube channel that I'm thinking about starting. And you have to do a little testing with the camera to make sure that you don't have bad reflections off your glasses from the lights, or you're not too light or too dark, you're in frame, how the sound is going to be. I had hoped to use a microphone that I could clip to my shirt, but this camera doesn't allow for that, so I'm working with the sound to make sure that sounds good. So I thought, as long as I'm testing the camera, let's do a dog video and give you an update on what's going on with Dash and Dot. Hi, Dash and Dot, come here. Here's Dottie. Hi, baby girl. Yep, hi. You're so pretty. Dottie is doing great. She came to me first, so we'll talk about her first. She just turned 2. She just turned 2 in January, and she is such a sweetie. She's become a little more mature at about 2 years old, just more relaxed, more focused when I ask her to do something. Her recall is really good when I call her back from the park if she goes a little too far. Both of them still bark at dogs when they see them, but it's funny, they'll go up behind him and go rah, 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 and the Dottie a lot of times will rah, 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 and then lay on her back in a submissive position, like she wants to make friends. But she played with some puppies at the park. We like going to the park, don't we? And when you can see when you hold her, she just goes limp. She's like a little rag doll. She's almost like a cat. She's kind of fluid. And oh, such a sweetheart. She's such a good cuddler. Oh, and she's big. She's 13 pounds. So when I got a dog, I didn't want one so small that I couldn't hug him, like, but I didn't want a huge dog either. And this is about the right size. You're huggable, aren't you? Show everybody how pretty you are. Oh, it's another thing she's doing, using her paw more up on my face and using that to communicate. Right? All right. Let's get Dash here. Dash, as you know, went paralyzed last summer from the waist down, so he has to use a wheelchair when he goes around outside at the park. And when we're out in public, everybody loves you, don't they? Everybody loves you. He's got a little license plate with his name on it on the back, and everybody loves that. It's the best $5 I've ever spent. Is that little, is your license plate. And I have business cards that have their Facebook page on them, and when people seem particularly interested in them, I'll give them a card, and they can go on and watch videos like this one and see pictures. So Dash is doing fine. We have a routine. The big challenge with him is incontinence, and so the routine we have to do is I have to squeeze him around the middle here to make him pee a few times a day. Usually about that time, a little poop will come out, so if anything comes out, if I find a little nugget on the couch, it's usually very clean, it's dry, and I throw it away. And what else? And then we have a diaper for at night, and I have some feminine napkins that I will cut in half, put half of it in there to help absorb any urine that leaks out at night, and it works out very well, doesn't it? And then you can snuggle up at night. The funny thing, I was watching old videos of Dash when he was a puppy, like when I first brought him home. I think I sat right here too. And I said, this is Dash, and he's so cute, and look how tiny he is. And he was so nice and sweet, and I looked at him, and he gave me a little lick on my nose, just the same personality as he is now. So he's my buddy. You can see when I hold him, he's a little more stiff. He got to make sure he doesn't feel like he's going to fall or anything like that. Yeah, but you know how to play, and on the couch you'll roll over on your back so I can scratch your belly, and you like to lick, and you like to just follow me around. Both of them follow me around, and we're constant companions, aren't we? Yes. They're just so sweet and so compliant. I mean, if I need to look at their teeth, usually they let me look at their teeth. They even let me clean them. A couple of weeks ago, I got a little scraper, and I had been getting them used to that for several weeks, months ahead of time, just touching their teeth and eventually scraping on them a little bit. And I had to hold them down, but they let me do it. Didn't you? And now your breath is so much better. So much better. Yeah. So Dottie, come here. Let's have the two of you together. Yeah. So I'm a funny, weird dog guy person, but these are really cool little animals with cool little personalities, and they've bonded to me and I've bonded to them, right? And you make me laugh, and they've kept me happy. Dogs really, I don't know why everyone doesn't have a dog. They're the best antidepressant ever. You, I think, not to get too personal, but one of my big problems for a long time was just feeling lonely. I'm single, and I haven't been lonely since you came along, and especially since you came along. There's just always someone around, and it helps in public. Start striking up conversations with people. I tend to be shy, and these guys open it right up. And what it's taught me is people are really nice. People are, you know, they're not out. Even though the look on their face might be kind of serious, as soon as they see a little dog or you start talking about something, people are nice. So, helps social anxiety, helps depression. I don't know why everyone doesn't have a dog. Okay, you guys. All right, we're gonna put this video up for you to watch. Thanks for keeping track of what's going on with them. And we'll see you out and about.